Hi you all, thanks for tuning to Gambian Beauty 101. And today I'm going to be doing a comparison video comparing silk-based closures to lace-based closures. I have two closures for you right now. This first closure is by Mariscas, and this is a silk-based closure 4x4, and this is 140 density. It does come with baby hairs, and the thing you notice about this, it doesn't have any knots. When you flip it around, there aren't any knots to bleach. If you're scared of bleaching knots or anything like that, that doesn't have any knots to bleach. You do have to tint your scalp to match, because as you can see, it's a lot lighter. I haven't seen any silk-based closures where they match perfectly, getting it from a company to your complexion. So you could always tint it with using tea bags or any kind of dye, mix it with water and then soak it. I always recommend using any kind of fabric, light fabric, and testing that out and seeing if it's too dark or too light, because sometimes if it's too dark, it's harder to go back and make it lighter. So it's better to go lighter and then gradually go darker with time. It doesn't always have to come as 140 density. You can request, if you're ordering from an Asian vendor, you can request a lighter density. I prefer around 75 to 85 density at the hairline, but this is thicker, but that's not a problem because I do plan on doing heavy bangs and it's going to be going this way. So I feel like depending on the style and what type of hair you have, that's the density you need to use. With your order from companies, always ask them for their density chart, because density charts differ. When I use AS Hair, I normally get 90% because their density chart is a little bit thinner. So always ask them for their density chart before you order a 75% closure at the hairline and it's like balls. You don't want that to happen. So that's the silk-based closure. This is straight. I'm going to show you a lace closure. The lace closure is also 4x4. It doesn't come with any UP protection around the sides. This is a curly closure. As you can see, this one has knots. When you flip it over, you see knots. It doesn't blend perfectly to your skin tone. I'm trying to hold it. But you can always lightly bleach it. You could always request to have your knots bleached as well, but sometimes they don't do it right or they overdo it. So I just always try to do it myself. You could always, again, just bleach the part that you're gonna leave out. You don't have to do the whole unit. Like what I have right now, I just did the part that I'm gonna leave out, just to make it easier, and I don't wanna over bleach or anything like that. You can always go back if you don't wanna bleach at all and use concealer or foundation or powder to give you that complexion. So again, you can always request for different sizes, but the main difference in them is with lace closures, you normally have to bleach your own knots, and with silk lace closures, you don't. I prefer lace closures because I feel with the silk based closures, there is a line of demarcation. You see that line right here? It doesn't gel. See how that like kind of gels into my skin? Compared to this one, the lace closure gels into my skin and doesn't really look that obvious. But with the silk, I feel it looks more obvious. People that are experienced with silk lace closures, they know how to do it. It looks really, really nice. But with me, I feel like I like the lace. If you're a beginner, I will tell you to get the lace. My first ever closure was a silk based closure from Shingori Shells, and I didn't know how to use it at all because it was hard for me to get the complexion to look really close to my skin tone, and I always had that little line of demarcation right there. With this one, I feel like it's easier to hide. Even if you're getting a frontal, it's easier to have it blend. Only thing is you have to be really careful because you will over process your closure if you leave it on too long. Sometimes if you bleach it, it will start to shed because it's been damaged with all the bleach, and you don't have to really worry about that when you order a silk closure. Lace closures are a lot cheaper than silk closures. Again, Lace closures from an Asian vendor cost you from $45 to $85. Silk-based closures will cost you anywhere from $65 to $110. Depends on what kind of vendor you use and what type of quality hair. If you are requesting to get a closure, or if you like my closures, I always ask for 75% at the hairline most of the time, going to 85 to 90 throughout. And I always ask for the UP on the side if they offer it. Some companies try to charge you $20 more just for the protection around the sides. So I opt out of it and just get it like this, especially if I know I'm just going to use it for one-time usage or twice, and I don't really want to spend the extra $20 for the protection. I try to do that. I always ask for the UP around the sides and the back and the sides. So that's one thing you need to know. Always ask for, this one I asked for no baby hairs. See, no baby hairs? With this one I didn't specify with no baby hairs, but you can always pluck them off if you want to. And I always ask for no short hairs in between, because if you don't ask for it, sometimes you get flyaways that have a lot of beards on them and it's like sticking up everywhere. I tend to see that with semi-made closures, so ask for that as well. If you want to see a video of me bleaching my knots and doing the silk-based closure, please comment and like this video, and I will do more like informative videos just to show you how to order hair and what companies to choose from and stuff like that. Thanks for watching.